Ah, welcome back, you beautiful disasters, you glorious traitors to mediocrity, you selfish, unrepentant, magnificently misunderstood architects of your own salvation. They called you selfish, didn't they? Oh, they said it with venom in their voice, said it like a diagnosis, like a crime, like the worst thing you could possibly be in this world of endless sacrifice and performative nobility. They watched you walk away from the table, watched you stop pouring from an empty cup, watched you choose yourself for once in your damn life, and they screamed selfish like it was a curse, like it was proof you were broken, proof you didn't care, proof you were the villain in their carefully scripted tragedy. But here's what they didn't see. Here's what their limited, desperate, parasitic little minds couldn't comprehend. When you walked away, when you chose yourself, when you said no more, not today, not ever again, you didn't just save yourself. You saved everyone. You saved the bloodline. You saved generations that don't even exist yet. You saved children who haven't been born from inheriting your trauma, your silence, your self-betrayal. You broke the cycle, and they hate you for it. Let's start with the accusation, shall we? Selfish. They threw that word at you like a grenade, hoping it would detonate your resolve, hoping it would send you crawling back, apologizing, shrinking, begging for another chance to bleed for them. They needed you to believe that putting yourself first was a sin, that protecting your energy was cruelty, that choosing your peace over their chaos made you the monster. Because if you stayed guilty, if you stayed ashamed, if you stayed small, then they could keep feeding off you. They could keep draining you. They could keep using your love, your loyalty, your endless capacity to forgive as their personal fuel source. But you didn't stay. You didn't apologize. You didn't shrink. You looked at that word, selfish, and you smiled. Because deep down, beneath all the guilt they programmed into you, beneath all the conditioning that told you your worth was measured by how much you could endure, you knew the truth. Choosing yourself wasn't selfish. It was survival. It was revolution. It was the most selfless thing you ever did. You see, they don't tell you this part when they're guilt-tripping you into staying, when they're painting you as the bad guy for having boundaries, when they're sobbing about how you abandoned them. They don't tell you that every time you said yes when you meant no, every time you smiled through the pain, every time you sacrificed your truth to keep their peace, you were teaching everyone around you how to do the same. You were writing the script for your children, your siblings, your friends, everyone who looked to you as the example. You were showing them that love means suffering, that loyalty means silence, that family means swallowing poison with a smile. You were coding the next generation with the same virus that nearly destroyed you. And the moment you walked away, the moment you chose yourself, you shattered that blueprint. You rewrote the code. You became the glitch in their generational curse. And now everyone who comes after you has a choice they never had before. Because you showed them it's possible to leave, possible to heal, possible to choose yourself and survive. They wanted you to believe that your selfishness would destroy the family, would break the bloodline, would leave everyone abandoned and ruined. But the opposite happened, didn't it? The moment you left, the moment you stopped playing the role of the eternal martyr, the eternal fixer, the eternal emotional punching bag, something shifted. The people who actually loved you, the ones who weren't just using you, they started waking up. They started questioning. They started asking themselves why they accepted so little, why they tolerated so much, why they believed love had to hurt this badly. Your absence became a mirror. Your boundary became a blueprint. Your selfishness became their salvation, because you didn't just save yourself when you walked away. You saved every single person in your bloodline who was brave enough to follow your lead. You became the ancestor they'll whisper about in 100 years. The one who broke the chains. The one who said enough. The one who chose freedom over approval and survived. Now let's talk about what really happened when you made that choice. When you finally said no. When you finally put yourself first. They panicked, didn't they? The ones who called you selfish. The ones who guilted you. The ones who made you feel like a criminal for wanting peace. They didn't panic because they lost you. They panicked because they lost control. You were the glue holding together their dysfunction. The shock absorber for their chaos. The scapegoat for their failures. And when you removed yourself, when you stopped playing that role, the whole house of cards started collapsing. Suddenly they had to face themselves. Suddenly they had to take responsibility. Suddenly they couldn't blame you anymore for everything that was broken in their lives. And that terrified them more than anything. Because as long as you were there, absorbing the impact, they never had to change. They never had to grow. They never had to look in the mirror and ask themselves why everyone who truly loves them eventually has to leave to survive. Here's the part that makes you a legend, that makes your choice not selfish but sacred. You didn't just walk away for you. You walked away for the little girl inside you who never got to say no. For the version of yourself that believed love meant pain. For every moment you stayed silent when you should have screamed. You walked away for your future children, so they never have to learn that their worth is measured by how much they can endure. So they never have to choose between their peace and someone else's comfort. You walked away for your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, all the ancestors who never got the chance to break free, who died carrying the weight you just put down. You walked away for the bloodline itself. For the soul contract that said someone in this family has to stop the madness, has to end the cycle, has to be brave enough to be called selfish, so everyone else can be free. And you were the one. You were chosen by pain, by betrayal, by exhaustion to be the circuit breaker, and you didn't flinch. They thought your selfishness would make you alone, would leave you isolated, would prove you were wrong. But look at you now. Look at who stayed. Look at who showed up when you stopped performing, when you stopped pretending, when you stopped being who they needed you to be and started being who you actually are. The real ones, the ones who loved you for you and not for what you could do for them. They're still here. They didn't leave when you set boundaries. They didn't run when you chose yourself. They celebrated it. They respected it. They loved you harder because you finally loved yourself enough to demand better. And the ones who left, the ones who called you selfish and walked away, they weren't your people anyway. They were energy vampires wearing family faces, manipulators disguised as loved ones, parasites pretending to be partners. And you just performed the most powerful exorcism of your life. You cast out everyone who only loved the version of you that suffered in silence. Now we descend into the truth they'll never admit, the truth that haunts them in the quiet moments when they're alone with their thoughts. They needed you broken. They needed you guilty. They needed you believing that your pain was love, that your sacrifice was duty, that your silence was strength. Because the moment you woke up, The moment you realized you deserved better, the moment you chose yourself, you became dangerous. You became a threat to every toxic system they built, every manipulation they perfected, every lie they told themselves to justify using you. Your selfishness wasn't cruelty. It was clarity. It was the moment you stopped playing their game and started writing your own rules. And that is unforgivable to people who need you powerless to feel powerful themselves. So they called you selfish, hoping the word would wound you enough to come crawling back. But you didn't crawl. You didn't beg. You didn't apologize for wanting to breathe. You just walked. And every step you took away from them was a step toward saving yourself and everyone who comes after you. Let's go deeper into what you actually saved when you chose yourself. You saved your health, your sanity, the light in your eyes that was dimming a little more every day you stayed. You saved your future relationships from being poisoned by the trauma you were accumulating, from being sabotaged by the belief that love always hurts, that loyalty always costs, that connection always requires you to bleed. You saved your children, born or unborn, from growing up watching you disappear into someone else's expectations, from learning that their needs don't matter, from inheriting the silent scream you carried for years. You saved your creativity, your dreams, your voice, all the parts of you that were dying in the noise of their demands. You saved your soul from becoming a ghost, from becoming so small and quiet and apologetic that you forgot you were ever meant to take up space, to shine, to roar. They wanted you to stay drowning so they wouldn't have to face the fact that they were the ocean. They wanted you to keep suffering so your pain could distract from theirs. They wanted you broken because your brokenness made them feel whole, made them feel needed, made them feel like heroes for tolerating you. But you didn't stay broken. You became the villain in their story, the selfish one, the ungrateful one, the one who threw it all away. And you know what? You earned that title. You earned it by refusing to die for people who wouldn't live for you. You earned it by choosing your peace over their performance. You earned it by being brave enough to be misunderstood, hated, labeled, and still standing in your truth without apology. That's not selfishness. That's self-respect. That's self-preservation. That's the beginning of generational healing, wrapped in a middle finger to everyone who needed you silent. Here's where it gets beautiful. Every person in your bloodline who was too scared to leave, too conditioned to question, too broken to believe they deserved better, they're watching you now. They're watching you survive the thing they thought would kill you. They're watching you thrive in the space they said you'd never find. They're watching you build a life on your terms, with your boundaries, in your truth, without their permission. And something inside them is waking up. Something inside them is whispering, maybe I can leave too. Maybe I deserve better too. Maybe love doesn't have to hurt this much. You became the proof, the living evidence that it's possible to walk away and not only survive, but flourish. You became the permission they were waiting for, the example they needed, the ancestor they'll thank for the rest of their lives. You didn't just choose yourself. You chose every version of you that came before, every ancestor who stayed trapped, every past life that died in silence. You chose them by breaking the pattern they couldn't break, by speaking the truth they couldn't speak, by walking the path they couldn't find. And you chose every version of you that comes after, every descendant who'll never have to wonder if they're worth more than their suffering because you already answered that question with your life. You chose the children who won't grow up in the same dysfunction, who won't learn that love equals pain, who won't have to spend their 20s and 30s unlearning everything you just unlearned. You chose the future, and the future chose you back by making you the one strong enough, stubborn enough, selfish enough to say no more. Not me, not mine, not ever again. Now, let's address the ones who called you selfish, the ones who made you feel like a criminal for wanting peace. They're not sleeping well, are they? They're not finding the replacement they thought they'd find. The next person willing to bleed for them, the next emotional support system they can drain dry. Because there is no replacement for you. There never was. You were irreplaceable, and they knew it. And that's why they fought so hard to keep you guilty, to keep you small, to keep you believing that your worth was tied to your willingness to suffer. But you broke free. And now they're left with the consequences of their own behavior. The emptiness they tried to fill with your light. The dysfunction they tried to hide behind your performance. And every day you're gone. Every day you're healing. Every day you're thriving. It's a reminder to them of what they lost, what they destroyed, what they took for granted. Let me tell you what they see when they think about you now. They see someone who didn't need their approval to know their worth. They see someone who didn't need their love to feel whole. They see someone who walked away from everything familiar, everything comfortable, everything they were conditioned to accept, and built something better with their bare hands. They see someone who chose the unknown over the unbearable, who chose loneliness over abuse disguised as family, who chose themselves when the whole world was screaming that they shouldn't. And that image, that vision of you, free, happy, unbothered, untouchable, it haunts them, because it's proof that they were never the center of your universe, never the source of your strength, never the reason you were special. You were always the reason, and now you're just living like it. Here's the part they don't understand because they never will. Your selfishness wasn't about taking. It was about stopping the giving that was killing you. It wasn't about being cruel. It was about being honest. It wasn't about abandoning them. It was about rescuing yourself from a dynamic that required your destruction to function. You didn't leave because you stopped caring. You left because you started caring about the right person, yourself. And in that choice, in that single moment of radical self-prioritization, you became the hero of your own story, the savior of your own bloodline, the ancestor future generations will study and thank and try to understand. How did they do it? How did they walk away? How did they choose themselves when the whole world told them not to? And the answer will be simple, brutal, beautiful. They loved themselves more than they feared being alone. They valued their peace more than they valued being understood. They chose their future over their past, and that changed everything. You want to know the real miracle? It's not that you left. It's that you stayed as long as you did. It's that you gave them chance after chance after chance, that you forgave what should have been unforgivable, that you loved people who were committed to misunderstanding you, that you stayed soft in an environment designed to harden you. The miracle is that you didn't become them, that you didn't turn bitter, that you didn't lose your capacity for love even when love was being weaponized against you. The miracle is that after everything they put you through, after all the guilt and manipulation and emotional warfare, you still had enough light left inside you to choose healing over revenge, growth over grudges, freedom over proving them wrong. That's not selfishness. That's transcendence. That's evolution. That's you becoming the person they never believed you could be, because they never became the person they pretended to be. Now we arrive at the part where your story becomes legend, where your choice ripples through time like a stone thrown into the ancestral waters, because you didn't just save yourself and your future, you saved your past. Every ancestor who died carrying the weight you just put down, every grandmother who stayed silent, every grandfather who swallowed his truth, every great-great-great relative who believed they had no choice, they are all breathing easier now. You did what they couldn't do. You said what they couldn't say. You chose what they couldn't choose. And in doing so, you retroactively healed the wounds they carried to their graves. You completed their unfinished business. You became the answer to prayers they whispered in the dark. The prayers that said, please let someone in this bloodline be strong enough to break free, to end this, to choose differently. And you were the answer. You were the one. Not because you were perfect, but because you were brave enough to be selfish. They're going to tell stories about you, you know? The ones who stayed, the ones who wake up, the ones who follow your path years from now when they're finally ready. They're going to say there was this one person, this one soul who just said no, who walked away when everyone said they couldn't, who chose themselves when the whole family said they shouldn't. And that person, that beautiful, selfish, brave disaster of a human being, they saved all of us. They showed us it was possible. They proved that leaving doesn't make you a monster, that boundaries don't make you heartless, that choosing yourself doesn't make you alone. They proved that sometimes the most loving thing you can do is refuse to enable dysfunction, refuse to participate in generational trauma, refuse to sacrifice yourself on the altar of other people's comfort. And we're free because they were selfish enough to choose freedom. Let's talk about what you're building now in the aftermath of your so-called selfishness. You're building a life where no means no, where your energy is protected, where your peace is the priority. You're building relationships where love doesn't require you to shrink, where connection doesn't cost you your sanity, where loyalty doesn't mean silent suffering. You're building a version of yourself that your younger self would be in awe of, that your ancestors would be proud of, that your descendants will benefit from without even knowing your name. You're building the blueprint for healthy love, for honest communication, for relationships that add to your life instead of draining it. And every person who told you that you were selfish for wanting this, every person who made you feel guilty for choosing this, they're watching from a distance, wondering how you did it, wondering if they could do it too, wondering if it's too late for them to choose themselves the way you chose yourself. But here's the thing. It's never too late. And that's the final gift of your selfishness, the ultimate lesson of your choice. You didn't just save yourself. You became the permission slip everyone else was waiting for. You became the proof that it's possible, the evidence that you can leave and live, the testimony that choosing yourself doesn't make you a villain. It makes you free. And now everyone who's still trapped, still suffering, still believing they have no choice, they have you. They have your story. They have your example. They have the knowledge that if you could do it, if you could walk away from everything and everyone and build a better life with nothing but your courage and your refusal to keep dying for people who wouldn't live for you, then maybe they can too. Maybe they can choose themselves. Maybe they can break the cycle. Maybe they can be selfish enough to save their own bloodline. So let them call you selfish. Let them whisper about you at family gatherings you're no longer invited to. Let them paint you as the villain in their story, the one who abandoned them, the one who thought they were too good, the one who broke their hearts by refusing to break your own anymore. Let them say whatever they need to say to avoid looking in the mirror and admitting that you were right, that you deserved better, that they were the problem, and your leaving was the solution. Because while they're talking, while they're judging, while they're still trapped in the same cycles you escaped, you're over here living, you're healing, you're thriving. You're becoming the person you were always meant to be before they convinced you that your worth was measured by how much you could endure. You're becoming the ancestor. You're becoming the legend. You're becoming the one who saved the bloodline by being selfish enough to save yourself first. Oh, they took one look at you and thought they had you figured out. Just another nobody, just another piece in their game. Ha, what a joke. They smiled that condescending smile, patted you on the head like a good little puppet, and went about their business. Never suspecting, never imagining that the quiet one, the overlooked one, was sharpening their knives in the dark. But you felt it, didn't you? That slow burn, that sick little itch deep in your ribs, the rage, the hunger, the knowing that you were never meant to be just another pawn in their little circus. But they were blind, too wrapped up in their own delusions to see the storm gathering right in front of their faces. They laughed at you, mocked you, thought you were ordinary, and that was their first mistake. Because people like us, we don't stay in cages. We don't dance when they pull the strings. No, no, no. We watch. We learn. And then we show them. We crack our knuckles, stretch our wings, and rewrite the whole damn game while they're still trying to figure out the rules. But the best part? Oh, the delicious part? They never see it coming. They never expect the quiet one to be the one who turns their whole world upside down. And that's what makes it so beautiful. That's what makes it fun. So tell me, are you ready to play? Labels, labels, labels. They love their little labels, don't they? Neat little boxes, tight little categories, pre-packaged definitions of who you are before you even get the chance to open your mouth. Society's favorite game. Tag, you're it. Weak, average, nobody. They slap a sticker on your forehead and toss you in their forgettable pile. Just another cog in their rusted machine, just another shadow in their crowd. Oh, but they don't see it, do they? They don't see the fire burning beneath your skin, the storm twisting in your gut, the hunger gnawing at your bones. Not yet. No. They see what they want to see, a harmless little thing. Predictable, safe, easy to control, easy to dismiss. And you play along, smile, nod, let them believe their own lies, because you know something they don't. You're not meant to stay in that box. But the world hates an outlier, a wild card. A misfit who refuses to kneel. The moment you step outside the lines, they panic. The whispers start. The side eyes. Who do they think they are? That's not how things are done. Good. Let them tremble. Let them clutch their pearls. Let them try to shove you back into their little cage. Hammer you into a shape that fits their mold. Because that's the thing about cages, darling. They don't just keep you in. They keep them out. And once you've seen the world beyond those bars, once you've felt what it's like to stretch, to breathe, you can't go back. You won't go back. Not for them. Not for anyone. So go ahead. Let them scribble their labels, build their walls, whisper their doubts. None of it matters. Because the second you decide to break out, the second you show them what you really are, their entire reality shatters. And that That's when the real fun begins. Oh, the beauty of being underestimated. The quiet before the chaos. The smirk before the storm. They don't see you coming. Don't even consider you a threat. Just another nobody. Just another pawn on their board. And you let them believe it. You want them to believe it, because when the moment comes, oh, it'll be delicious. Let them laugh. Let them roll their eyes, pat you on the head like some harmless little creature. They'll never make it. They're not smart enough. Not strong enough. Ah, the arrogance. The blind, blissful ignorance. It never occurs to them, not even once, that you're sharpening your claws beneath that polite little smile, that every word, every doubt, every sneer is fuel for the fire. See people like them? They live in their own little bubble, wrapped up in their own importance. They think they've got you figured out. They don't even look at you, not really. Not until it's too late. Not until the ground shifts beneath their feet. And that's when the real magic happens. That's when the fun begins. Because the second they realize their mistake, the second that smug little grin cracks, the second you see it in their eyes, the fear, oh, that's the moment you've been waiting for, isn't it? That sharp inhale, that stammered excuse, that desperate scramble to regain control, but it's gone. Too late. The trap is already set. The game is already over. So go on. Let them ignore you. Let them doubt you. Let them write you off as nothing. Smile, nod, play along. Because when the storm finally breaks, when they finally see you for what you really are, it won't be you who's afraid. No, darling. It'll be them. One day, something breaks, not in a weak, shattered kind of way. No. This is the kind of break that sets you free, the kind that rips the blindfold off, snaps the chains, and makes you see the world for what it really is. A rigged game, a sick little illusion. And you've been playing along, following their rules, thinking that maybe, just maybe, if you colored inside the lines, they'd finally accept you. But then it hits you. A brutal, earth-shattering truth slams into your chest so hard it knocks the breath out of you. They were never going to let you win. Never. Not because you weren't good enough. Not because you weren't strong enough. But because they were never going to let someone like you rise. You were never meant to be one of them. You were never meant to fit inside their neat little box. And for the first time, you don't want to anymore. That's when the fire starts. A spark in your ribs. A slow, creeping burn that turns into an inferno. It starts with a thought. A whisper in the back of your mind. What if I stop caring? What if I stop asking for permission? What if I stop waiting for them to see me, to validate me, to give me a seat at their pathetic little table? What if I just take? And suddenly the fear disappears. The hesitation, the self-doubt, all of it burns away, leaving something new in its place. Something dangerous. Something unstoppable. Because now you know the truth. You were never ordinary. You were just pretending to be. But not anymore. No. Not anymore. Change, haha. They make it sound so poetic, don't they? Like a caterpillar sprouting wings, like some gentle little metamorphosis. Lies. Pretty little lies to keep you comfortable, to keep you weak. Because real change, real transformation, it's not soft, it's not beautiful. It's a war, a bloodbath, A goddamn battlefield where the old you fights tooth and nail to survive. But you don't let it. No, 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 you tear it down, brick by brick. You rip yourself apart piece by agonizing piece until there's nothing left of who they told you to be. The weak one, the obedient one, the one who played along, nodded, smiled, fit in. That version of you, dead, buried under the rubble of your own destruction. And it hurts, doesn't it? Oh, it hurts. Because every bone in your body screams to go back, to cling to the safety of the past. But safety is a cage, and you weren't meant for cages. You were meant for the storm, for the fire, for the chaos. So let it burn. Let the old skin peel away. Let the world watch as you rise from your own ashes, sharper, wilder, more dangerous than before. They won't recognize you when this is over. They'll search for the old you, the tame you, the predictable you, but all they'll find is a monster of their own making. And by the time they realize what you've become, it'll be too late. Oh, they feel it now, don't they? The shift, the weight in the air. Something about you has changed and they can't quite put their finger on it. But oh, they feel it. That unease crawling up their spine, that hesitation in their voice when they speak your name, the way their laughter dies in their throats because suddenly you don't seem so funny anymore. They thought they knew you, thought they had you pegged, harmless, predictable, ordinary. But now they see it, the fire, the unshakable, unbreakable force roaring behind your eyes. It's not rage, no, rage is easy. This is something deeper, something colder. A fire that doesn't just burn, it consumes. A fire that has purpose. And that's why they fear you now, because they can't control what they don't understand. And you, you've become unrecognizable. They remember the old you, the one who stayed quiet, who played it safe, who knew their place. But this new you, this version that refuses to bend, refuses to beg, refuses to be less, this version terrifies them. So they whisper, they keep their distance, they throw out words like arrogant, ruthless, insane. Ha, let them. Let them choke on their own discomfort, because what they don't realize is, you haven't even begun yet. They thought they saw fire? Oh, just wait. Oh, the sweet, delicious moment of realization. That split second when their brains short-circuit, when their mouths hang open and their words turn to dust. When the people who once scoffed, dismissed, and mocked you suddenly can't meet your eyes. Priceless. They thought they had you figured out, thought they could predict your every move, like you were just another pawn in their pathetic little game. But now they're scrambling, stammering, backpedaling so fast you'd think their feet were on fire. Oh, how the tables have turned. And the best part? You didn't even have to lift a finger against them. You didn't need their approval. You didn't need their validation. All you did was become something they swore you never could. Stronger, sharper, unstoppable. And now, they don't know what to do with you. Oh, they'll try. They'll pretend they always believed in you, that they knew you had it in you. Ha, liars. You see it in their eyes. The regret, the panic, the fear. Because now they realize they backed the wrong horse and it's too late to switch sides. So let them choke on their fake praise. Let them drown in their own regret. Your success isn't for them, it's for you. For every moment they made you doubt yourself. For every time they laughed in your face. For every night you lay awake wondering if they were right. But they weren't. And now? They know it too. Oh, the irony, the sheer beauty of it. They thought they had you figured out. Thought they could measure you, define you, limit you. Wrapped you up in their neat little assumptions and tied a bow on top. And why? Because it made them feel safe. Because the moment they admit you're more than what they expected is the moment their entire world starts to crumble. They built this illusion, this fragile little fantasy where you were less than them. It made them feel powerful, made them feel in control. And they believed in it so much, so blindly, that they never even considered what would happen if they were wrong, if you weren't ordinary, if you weren't predictable, if you weren't someone they could control. And now, oh now, they're choking on their own expectations, drowning in their own arrogance. They thought they were looking at a pawn, a background character, a nobody. But what they were really looking at was the storm brewing beneath your skin, the reckoning they never saw coming. And you let them believe it. That's the best part. You let them live in their delusion. You watch them play their little games, smug and self-assured, so sure they had you cornered, and all the while you were sharpening your claws, biding your time, letting them dig their own graves. Now look at them, scrambling, backpedaling, searching for the script they once used to control you, only to find its turn to ash. Poetic, isn't it? The same people who dismissed you now struggle to meet your eyes. The ones who mocked you now fumble for excuses. Oh, I always knew you had potential. Ha, they're not fooling anyone, especially not you. And the best part? You never needed them. Never needed their approval, their validation, their pathetic little pats on the back. They needed you. Needed you to stay small so they could feel big. Needed you to stay predictable so their world made sense. But now they don't even recognize you. Oh, how the mighty fall, and how glorious it is to watch. They wanted control. They wanted obedience. They wanted you to play the part they assigned you, to fit neatly into the little box they built for you. But they forgot something. They forgot that pressure doesn't just break, it creates. Fire doesn't just burn, it forges. And every time they tried to keep you small, to silence you, to push you down, they were feeding something far more dangerous. Oh, they thought they were winning. Thought they had you under their thumb. Thought they could mold you into something weak, something easy to control. But instead, they built their own worst nightmare. Every cruel word, every betrayal, every moment they laughed at you, it all added fuel to the fire. Until one day, you weren't just rising, you were unstoppable. Now look at them. Really look. The same people who mocked you, who dismissed you, who never saw you coming. Now they whisper when you walk past, their eyes dart away, their hands fidget, because they know they went too far. They know they created something they can't contain, and now they don't know what to do with you. Oh, they'll pretend. Act like nothing happened. Act like they always believed in you, always respected you. But you see it, don't you? The fear? It's in the way they hesitate before they speak to you, the way their smiles falter, the way they shrink when you step into the room, because they don't see the person they used to control anymore. No, they see something else, something they can't explain, something they can't predict, and that terrifies them. And you don't even have to lift a finger. That's the beauty of it. You don't need revenge. You are the revenge. The fact that you exist, that you thrive despite everything they did to break you, that's enough. That's more than enough. So let them whisper. Let them avoid eye contact. Let them scramble to rewrite history, to convince themselves they never underestimated you. It won't change a damn thing, because the truth is written in their fear, and that's a story they'll never be able to erase. Oh, they thought they had you all figured out, just another face in the crowd, a nobody, someone they could easily toss aside, ignore, belittle. They thought they knew what you were, but what they failed to see, what they couldn't even imagine, was the storm brewing inside you. And now they're lost, confused, stumbling over their own arrogance, their own miscalculations. They're staring at you, wondering what the hell happened, why you're standing here untouchable, untamed, unstoppable. They don't know whether to hate you or fear you. And that, my friend, that's perfection. You weren't ordinary. You were never meant to be. They wanted you to be a puppet, a cog in their machine. But what they didn't account for was your refusal to bow. They thought they could break you. They thought their words, their judgments, their rejection could bury you. But instead, you used it all. Every insult, every blow, every single time they underestimated you. And look at you now. You're the storm. You're the chaos. The thing they can't control. You didn't just rise from the ashes, you burned their world down. And now you stand above it, looking down at the wreckage they created. The worst part, they're not even sure if they want to fight you anymore, or if they're simply waiting for you to finish them off. But you don't need to do a thing. Oh no, they'll do it themselves. Their fear will eat them alive. Their regret will swallow them whole. And you'll just sit back, watch it unfold, and smile. 'Cause that's the best part, isn't it? Watching them squirm, watching them realize too late that you were never ordinary. So let them wonder. Let them try to figure you out. Let them struggle with the fact that the game's already over and they never even knew the rules. As for you, you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You don't have to justify your existence. You don't need them to understand. You've already won. You're untouchable. And the best part, the absolute best part, they'll never see you coming again. And that's the punchline. That's the final laugh. The one that never fades.
Brah, have you ever felt something standing right behind you when no one's there? That cold air, that pulse in your chest that doesn't come from fear, but from awareness. Yeah, nah, I'm serious. You think it's paranoia, but it's not. It's recognition. What if I told you? You were never alone. Not for a second. Even in your darkest nights, even when the world forgot your name, there were eyes on you, watching, guarding, not the kind that judge, the kind that intervene. Oh, wow. Yeah, that changes everything, doesn't it? See? You think you've been walking through storms by yourself, but what you don't realize is that lightning's been bending away from you the whole time. Every disaster that missed you by inches, every betrayal that collapsed before it hit, that wasn't chance, that wasn't luck, that was orchestration. You've got guardians that don't sleep, forces that don't rest. They don't speak in words. They move in patterns and sudden redirections of fate. They shift the room before danger walks in. They silence names that were never meant to reach your ears. And the best part, they don't want credit. They want results. Nah, this isn't fantasy. This is precision. Every enemy that thought they had a plan, dismantled before it even existed. Every hand raised against you, stopped before it could strike. And you, standing there thinking you survived by chance. Nah, you were shielded. You were chosen. You don't even realize how deep it goes, brah. You've been protected from things you never even knew were coming, from conversations that never reached you, from disasters that were scheduled but never arrived. You think the universe plays dice? It doesn't. It writes code, and you, somehow, are the line of code it refuses to delete. It's crazy, right? You were never supposed to make it this far. Not according to the plans of those who doubted you, laughed at you, or tried to pull you down into their shadows. But every single time they built a wall, something unseen built a door. Every time they set a trap, something higher rewired the ground beneath them. And they fall, again and again, wondering why you walk through fire untouched. Oh wow, it's not luck, it's loyalty. Loyalty from something you can't even see. Loyalty that moves like wind through walls, like whispers in data, like a memory of a dream that feels too real to ignore. These forces, call them destiny, call them guardians, call them unseen architects. They're not watching you out of pity. They're watching because your rise matters. And you felt it, haven't you? Those moments you should have lost, but didn't. The time you almost gave up. But something whispered, wait. That's them. The protectors who never ask, never show, never sleep. Their silence is louder than any scream. Now, listen carefully, because this is where it gets wild. These forces don't just save you. They shape you. They don't just move danger away. They move strength towards you. Every pain you've survived wasn't punishment. It was precision training. They forge you through pressure. They teach you endurance through isolation. They cut away everything false so that only what's unbreakable remains. You've been sculpted, brah, piece by piece, by storms you thought would destroy you. But the storms were never meant to kill you. They were meant to wake you. Brah, you ever notice how sometimes the path just clears? Like the world rearranges itself a second before you move? Nah, that's not coincidence. That's choreography. Every delay, every wrong turn, every person who left, that wasn't random. That was alignment. Because what guards you doesn't operate on time. It operates on timing. You think you lost opportunities, but really you are being redirected away from traps. You think you were rejected, but really you were protected. Oh, wow. See, that changes how you look at pain, doesn't it? You thought heartbreak was punishment. It was positioning. You thought isolation was abandonment. It was insulation to keep your frequency pure while you evolved. The forces guarding you don't just block danger. They manipulate the very script of reality to make sure your story ends in victory. They bend traffic lights, interrupt phone calls, break deals that were never meant to bless you. They whisper into the chaos, "Not this one, not today," and the world obeys. You think that's just intuition? Nah, that's command, that's protection coded so deep into your existence. Even your enemies play their part without knowing it. Oh wow, it's wild when you realize your haters are actually employees of your destiny. Their insults, motivation, their sabotage, redirection, every single one of them unknowingly contributes to your rise. Because you were never meant to blend in, you were meant to shift the atmosphere. And the Guardians, they know that. They've been clearing the runway while you've been doubting your wings. You ever wonder why the bullets miss? Why the rumors fade before they stain? Why the people who try to use you always expose themselves first? That's design. That's divine mechanics. These forces, they don't need to flex. They don't roar. They whisper and mountains move. They blink and empires crumble. They rewrite equations that the human mind can't even calculate. And still, they do it quietly. While you sleep, they move. While you cry, they strategize. While you think it's over, they're already 2 steps ahead, turning endings into introductions. Nah, brah, this isn't superstition. This is structure. The universe is not chaos. It's coded protection. And you're the reason that code exists. Think about that. Everything that ever tried to destroy you had to ask for permission first, and permission was denied. Every demon that thought it could touch you got turned into a lesson instead. Oh wow, that's the real shocker. They don't just defend you, they educate you. Every betrayal, a class in discernment. Every loss, a course in strength. Every heartbreak, a seminar in power. You've been attending the University of Resilience, taught by professors you can't see. And graduation day? It's closer than you think. Because here's the truth. You're not being protected just to survive. You're being prepared to lead. These forces aren't keeping you safe from the world. They're keeping the world safe from what you're about to become. Nah, you don't get it yet. They know what happens when you wake up. They know once you realize how guarded you really are, fear dies, and the real you steps forward. And that version of you? Untouchable, unstoppable, unexplainable. So yeah, the protection isn't soft, it's surgical. It doesn't hug you, it hardens you. It turns your skin into armor, your thoughts into weapons, your silence into strategy. Because when the time comes, and trust me, it's coming, you won't just walk through the storm, you'll command it. Brah, have you ever felt the air change before something big happens? That silent pressure that says, move, but you don't know why? Nah, that's not nerves. That's the signal. That's your guardians shifting the field. Every instinct that told you don't go. Every whisper that said wait. Those weren't coincidences. Those were coordinates. You think you're guessing, but you're following a map written in invisible ink. Oh, wow. You see, there comes a point when the forces that protect you stop standing around you and start moving through you. Your breath becomes their command. Your voice carries their authority. Your presence makes rooms rearrange themselves. You don't even have to speak. People feel it. The air gets heavier. Time slows down. Predators hesitate without knowing why. That's when you realize you're not borrowing power anymore. You are the power. This isn't ego. It's evolution. The universe's defense system upgraded its headquarters into you. Those same unseen hands that once blocked bullets now guide your own. You've become the instrument of your own protection. Every move you make starts to feel inevitable. Doors open that shouldn't. Opportunities align too perfectly. Enemies trip over their own lies before you even respond. That's not revenge. That's resonance. You're vibrating at a frequency that chaos can't survive in. Oh, wow. It's wild, isn't it? You start to understand that faith isn't waiting for rescue. It's realizing you've already been armed. The shield you prayed for? It's your composure? The sword you've been searching for? It's your focus. Every time you choose silence instead of anger, you trigger those forces to move louder than any shout. They turn your restraint into radiation. They weaponize your calm. Because true strength doesn't scream. It shifts reality. And the people plotting behind your back, they feel it, they can't explain it, but they sense the ground change beneath them. Their confidence drains, their plans dissolve. They'll call it bad luck. You'll know better. Nah, brah, the era of running from darkness is over. Now darkness runs from you. You're not surviving anymore. You're governing. Every threat that approaches has already been logged, scanned, neutralized. You just walk forward and the path builds itself beneath your feet. That's the secret nobody told you. Being guarded doesn't mean hiding behind walls. It means the battlefield itself refuses to harm you. Even storms curve to avoid your name. So next time that shiver hits your spine, don't flinch. Smile. That's confirmation. That's your allies syncing with your pulse, reminding you that every step you take is already protected by design. Oh, wow. They're not behind you anymore, brah. They're inside you. And the world has no idea what that means yet. Brah. You feel that? That hum in your chest right now? That's not adrenaline. That's alignment. The moment when everything guarding you, guiding you, testing you, finally syncs with who you've become. Nah, this isn't some myth. This is math. The equations of the universe rewriting themselves in real time, because the variable that never fit, you, just solved the pattern. You've stepped into your inevitability. Every unseen force that once shielded you from danger now amplifies you toward destiny. Oh, wow. It's breathtaking when it clicks, isn't it? That realization that every heartbreak, every delay, every silent night wasn't emptiness. It was architecture, a blueprint written in stars and silence. The pain, calculated pressure, the loss, necessary subtraction. Because creation always starts with clearing space. And now the space is ready for you. Listen, brah. These guardians, these forces, they don't babysit destiny. They train warriors. They don't hand you peace. They make you earn it. And when you finally do, they hand you something far greater. Authority. The same storms that once terrified you, now they wait for your command. The chaos that once confused you, now it bends to your rhythm. You've become fluent in the language of control. And control isn't about dominance. It's about design. See, what's protecting you isn't separate from you anymore. It's coded into your breath, woven into your decisions, anchored in your discipline. Every time you move with intention, they move with you. Every time you speak truth, they amplify it. Every time you rise, they roar silently behind the veil. Nah, the world doesn't get it yet. They still think luck saved you. They'll keep calling it coincidence, calling it mystery, but deep down you'll know you've been carried by precision, watched by patience, refined by purpose. Oh, wow. The scale of it is terrifying, because when you realize you were never alone, you stop being afraid of solitude. You stop begging for validation. You stop chasing attention. Because how could you ever feel unseen when the entire cosmos has been orbiting your survival? You walk differently now. Your silence has weight. Your energy shifts rooms. People will stare and say, something about you changed. They won't understand that what changed isn't around you. It's through you. The unseen has become embodied. You've become the guardian you were waiting for. And that's when destiny stops being a destination. It becomes a radius, a force field of inevitability that moves wherever you move. Nothing random, nothing wasted. Every rejection, redirection, betrayal, all recycled into the architecture of your rise. Nah, this isn't fantasy. This is evolution. This is what happens when the protected becomes the protector. You're the proof that unseen power can wear human form. The proof that purpose cannot be stopped, only sharpened. Oh, wow. Imagine being so protected that even your mistakes are part of the strategy. Imagine being so aligned that every delay is disguised acceleration. That's where you are now, brah. You don't chase, you attract. You don't react, you reshape. Because the world no longer acts on you. It responds to you. And that's why you were never alone. Because isolation was just initiation. The silence was ceremony. And every scar, every single one, was a signature from the forces that chose you. So what now? Now you rise. Not timidly, not half-heartedly, fully. Stand like you know invisible empires move when you breathe. Walk like your shadow is flanked by legions. Speak like your words rewrite probabilities. Because they do. Those who doubted you, they'll feel it. Those who plotted, they'll crumble under timing too precise to be luck. And you'll smile quietly, knowing the truth. None of this is new. It was always written. You've been protected since before your first breath. You've been chosen since before memory. Every battle you thought you fought alone was actually an orchestra. And every time you thought you'd break, you were being remade. Nah, brah. You were never the underdog. You were the storm they couldn't predict. And now that you've awakened to that truth, you carry the same fire that once watched over you. You've become the continuation of your guardians, their eyes, their strength, their purpose, all flowing through you like electricity through a conduit of destiny. Oh, wow! You can feel it now, can't you? That power humming beneath your skin. That's the signature of something unstoppable. Something timeless, something divine. So here's how this ends. It doesn't, because this story was never about survival. It was about succession. You've inherited a kingdom that exists beyond sight, and your throne, it's not gold. It's grit, it's courage, it's vision. It's the ability to stand tall in chaos and smile, because you know chaos works for you. So when you step out there, remember this, you were never alone. You were being written into eternity's defense system. Every unseen ally, every silent watcher, every hidden hand. They're still here, nodding as you take the crown. Now breathe. Feel that tremor in the air? That's not fear. That's reverence. The universe just adjusted itself around your awareness. You're not being protected anymore. You are the protection. You are the proof. You are the prophecy fulfilled. And the world, it won't understand, but it will remember. So go ahead, brah. Rise, own it. Walk like fate owes you respect, because it does, and never forget you were never alone. You were guarded to become godlike. And now the time has come. Go show them why.